Crazy stories have happened in esports over the years. We've seen some of the most miraculous comebacks. We've seen some of the most ridiculous things you didn't even imagine were possible. Maybe this is where it starts for G1. This is where it has to start for G1 if they want to send this to a second best of 7. But for OpTic Gaming, they are so close now. They can almost taste a championship coming their way. It's one more map for them to close things out. It's King of the Hill on Streets.
And how much momentum it would give them to 4-0 here into Orlando, right? If they win this tournament convincingly, a 4-0 sweep heading into the Orlando Major, it would do so much for this team and the Green Wall. 3 dead off the opening for G1. OpTic will grab the Rockets as a result.
Booby manages to get Lucid down into the death screen at least, and that's big because that means the Rockets are down. That means OpTic may be thinking about prioritizing that power weapon instead of the Hill. Trippy's going to try and make a move, and he'll be taken down as well. So, tiny things, Andy, we always talk about how tiny things can have the butterfly effect, right? One kill from Boo Boo changes everything on the map.
Yeah, Boo Boo just spikes out the L, and he gets the Rockets in the end, gets good damage off of it as well, and now things will be pretty evened up here, even though the opening looked so good from OpTic. It's a really good response. Like you said, last player alive, Boo Boo making sure to keep his team in the game off the spawn.
Trippy though, Trippy just predicting the movement from Boo Boo Doo. Great damage from Boo Boo with a Stalker Rifle, but it wasn't enough for him to take down Trippy, who just predicted and sliding around that corner with the frag grenade. But look at the amount of time that's on the board right now. OpTic just stepping into the hill when they feel it comfortable to. But you can also see when they haven't got numbers, when they're not sure of every single player on G1's location, they're not afraid to just bait that hill, make G1 come to them.
2 dead here. Devin behind enemy lines, but the team did really well to clean up the kills before he was even needed. Picks up another one on Lucid. Now he knows he needs to watch Driveway, but Spawn's also coming in here from PD and Heaven.
Grenade starting to rain down on him as well. Swish is going to pick up 2 on Arcade, so that's going to be 2 dead from OpTic. Last 2 players will be spotted out here as well. 4 more shields will be stripped away from him, and now comes the push from G1. Wow. Wonderful shot there as well with that Stalker Rifle. And we mentioned how this weapon has become a game changer. It is now the game changer. You can lock down so many angles, and you pick up so many kills. Devin showing us just that.
Beautiful stuff here from Devin with the Stalker Bulldog combo, still alive somehow. I even think he might have got even more kills if he wasn't catching the geo of those walls. Now they're at 50% on the first hill.
And look where OpTic are spawning as well, all the way over on the pink street towards the backside of Tram. Good news for OpTic is that push. The hill really isn't #1 target on the map because the Rockets just dropped as well. They will be down on Laundry, I think.
Yes.
As we see a 2-for-2 split at the moment. Trippy's trying to make the play on them, and OpTic will grab the rocks.
Ooh, Trippy goes down though. That means Rockets are down in tires. I believe they're also full. Devin somehow stays alive. What a run from Devin. Eventually he's taken down, but not before going 6-2. Squall also grabs the Rockets, and he hits the Hail Mary.
Squall's got 1 more rocket to play with as well. APG is going to learn that very quickly too. And G1 are starting to control this hill, but look how tight it is. Look how much trepidation is being shown by both teams in this game. But no more time for trepidation as OpTic find themselves 3 dead. APG last alive, and now they know where he is.
You tell Squall wanted that thrust real bad. He started picking up everything but the thrust. He stays alive on rail. Look at the score here, 70% on the first hill for G1.
Last push here from OpTic. Maybe they think about giving this one up because they're all inside a Tram. Instead, it's going to be a 3-man push down on the driveway, and it's never a great idea. It's so difficult to funnel through that tight corridor. And now you're going to see Squall not only hold it down, but also do damage on these Tram players. And that means not only the first point goes to G1 here, but they're going to be able to collapse, and they should be able to hold Tram before OpTic can get anywhere near.
Great work from Squall, and the entire G1 roster stays alive on rail. Like you say, goes front seat, does the damage they needed to even come off the back of that to continue scoring. And G1 still in this grand final.
3 dead for OpTic once more. APG last alive. Should be able to pick up 1 mid-map, but the damage that's been done to him means he cannot push until his teammates are back on the map. And you can see already Squall flying up the pink street. Boo Boo's inside of Tram, but look at this sneaky place. APG's managed to kind of sneak behind enemy lines here. The radar isn't working for G1. They haven't been able to find him, and now it can cause problems. APG finds 1, Lucid finds 1. APG breaks through. That's 2 for him, and 4 dead for G1.
It's clinical. It's the SWAT team once again for OpTic Gaming. They fly in the back door this time, taking advantage of that. Rockets also in the hands of Lucid's 2 still ready to go. Trippy watching the C stairs. This is total control for OpTic Gaming.
APG, that had no right to get into that position. You maybe think that's a misplay coming in from G1, not making sure that APG was taken care of as last player alive, or maybe it's just brilliance from APG, denying line to sight on that route that he decided to take. But for now, the Rockets aren't going to connect That means that OpTic's still alive, but 2 have fallen. So now there's an opportunity for G1 to step in this hill. Look how close this hill is, by the way. G1 have a very, very slight advantage, but you have to say that OpTic are just a few moments away from turning that over.
Man, OpTic doing so well to bait out those rockets. 2v2 on the map now. And now these battles here might determine who gets this hill.
Tricky bouncing a couple of frag grenades. Squall deciding to just back out for now. Grabs that Bulldog as Devon's going to be able to get the trade on Formal as well. So a 3 for 3 on the map, and look at this flank now. APG has no idea this time, not so sneaky this time, Bradley, and Squall sniffs him out.
Very well done here. Bulldog has been huge on this tram hold. About 90% of the way here for G1. They just need a few more kills to close this out.
And the Bulldog's the difference maker inside a tram, right? So many tight corners, so many little corridors, and also a couple of plasma grenades to be caught by Formal. That is going to be 3 dead here for OpTic. That is going to be the second hill going towards G1. They are not just back into this game, Andy. They might be back in this series.
Leading in a big way here. This is the best they've looked at the grand final so far, and as we expected, they are not going down without a fight. Nothing to lose, and putting everything on the line here in game number 4.
Bulldogs barking once more. Trippy gets taken down. OpTic lose 3. APG last alive. It's a 1v1 between APG and Boo-Boo, but Boo-Boo makes the smart play to make sure that he picks up that Bulldog, keep it out the hands of OpTic, and at least fight the next team fight with that weapon.
Goes Neons here, takes a really creative angle there, goes all the way across through the L, looks to help the team. Still 2 dead for OpTic, so still G1. Great game so far. That should be a rocket toss over here to Boo-Boo. Turns on Formal, picks up 1. Stays alive as well. Finally will burn the second rocket. 2 dead for each side continuously.
Now, the difficult thing here for G1 is we know how strong the hole can be around this statue hill, right? If you can lock this one down, you can do what you do best. It's almost like the oddball setup that you see teams have. The difference is you haven't got an oddball to worry about. You've got 4 battle rifles ready to go at any point, plus any sandbox weapons you can pick up. Off the back of that point, if you manage to convert, you haven't got too far to go to that next hill as well. You can kind of transfer one setup to the next. If you lose this one, it could be 2-2 very quickly.
Boo-Boo staying alive there, but they're really just chaining together the last player alive deaths, and look at what it's done to the scoreboard. OpTic Gaming now 60% of the way on this 3rd hill. They've put all the time on the board that they needed, and they've done it very quickly.
Lucid with the thrust is going to be able to survive for a few seconds as well. That means the help's going to come in now from the likes of Formal. A little bit of cross-map damage to make sure that the stats weren't affected too much. And while all that's going down, OpTic are locked down the statue hill. They get that point on the board. They half the deficit now. And now they have full setup once again on the pink street
They
too.
do. Look at this though. Big battle here. G1 wins the 1v2 trade. They're going to try to clear this out as well. They need to take down APG on the den. That's 3 dead for OpTic. What a great response from G1.
Lucid last alive and PD spawns as well. So that push from G1 has flipped the map completely here. And what looked like a great hold, a great setup for OpTic Gaming, has just withered away. It was a wonderful decision, a brave decision to send the 3 people up the pink street, but it worked. And now you can see that it's difficult for OpTic to force their way in. Boo-Boo will fall though, and maybe Devon will as well to Lucid. Great shots coming in from Lucid.
Last player alive, Squall, doing a very good job to stay alive as long as he could. Eventually he's taken down. Lucid is taking the route that's becoming more and more popular, where you walk up front to A, because it's not watched from all the standard angles. It's a little bit of a late meta there, where you can just walk up bottom middle and get away with front A, and that's exactly what he does.
Rockets on the map as well. Devon's going to grab them. Devon's going to miss them though. 2 rockets burnt. No kills to go alongside it as well. They're the little moments. They're the little difference makers that could now see OpTic Gaming lock down this next hill. Squall Eyes last alive. He'll pick up one onto Trippy, but is it enough as APG is just sat happily inside that hill?
Yeah, APG was a resulting last player alive there. He's still on the Bulldog box. They do see him. They find him right away. They need to take him down. And that will still give them an advantage here, 3v3 momentarily.
Both teams just running at each other as well. You're just seeing it. There's been numerous fights on this pink street where it's been like 2 Rams kind of headbutting each other and just trying to see who backs up the most. Formal versus Boo-Boo. Boo-Boo will pick up a double mid-map, but now it's Swish who's on his own. And that'll be OpTic being able to jump in. But Swish on his own manages to out-BR APG using that head glitch angle so well.
Swish, a man between 2 ferns, and he hits the beautiful grenade and the headshot finish to keep his team alive. Off the back of this, they will still maintain a man advantage, and they should get this point, especially if they can get this next kill.
One more push really to hold off here from OpTic Gaming. If they could do that, then maybe they will be able to give themselves a 3-1 lead, and with that bottom middle hill next, you know how difficult that is to lock down, but Boo-Boo is now last alive as OpTic make a huge push onto the pink street hill. They get the point, and now we go to bottom middle, and this is anyone's game.
Heartbreaking for G1. They were so close there, but as you say, it's a perfect push from OpTic Gaming to steal their second point as we will now rotate to the fifth hill. 53 seconds left on the clock. OpTic Gaming can steal this game away yet again and close out the grand finals.
A little reminder to everyone as well, the adjustment to the King of the Hill rules, right? If this is tied up at the end of the game, full reset. We go again. And we'll have to see if that is the case for the first time. We're going to see it today. But OpTic look like they want to win on this bottom middle hill. We've already seen a couple of teams develop the game on this bottom middle hill where it's no longer just a case of slaying out your opponents. You can lock this one down. You can get this point on the board.
This is when OpTic Gaming gets even scarier here. 2 dead for each side. Squall's going to try to get away with the rockets. And somehow stays alive off of the help from Boo Boo Doo Boo. But this is when OpTic Gaming becomes their scariest. Moments away potentially from a tournament win, but they would need to have an incredible hold bottom middle. Right now, you would think that we're going to OT.
You would think that. But both teams inside of the hill at the moment. Formal feels the power of the spike grenades. Jeez. As I'm sure at some point we all have on Halo Infinite. Now the Stalker Rifle is going to be in the hands of Squall. And look at G1. They want to jump inside of this hill. They want to do some damage, but so does Formal. Just absolutely bump Squall in that fight.
3 dead for G1. OpTic gonna hold here this whole time. Tram spawn's coming in for G1 as well. 10 seconds left on the clock and it will freeze as OpTic continues scoring.
They're sat inside of this hill. They're doubling up on it. They're just facing all of these players from G1. Squalline's gonna fly in, but Swish is gonna take down a couple. Now Lucid finds himself as last player alive. The hill is stopped and Lucid will fall as well. It's very much possible still here. It is very much possible. OpTic need to be extremely careful.
Look at the damage now. The next damage might determine if G1 can steal this game away here. They're going to continue scoring. They jump out for just a second.
They jump out because Formal's just picked up a double kill. It's as simple as that. Boo Boo is now last alive. He's trying to survive and do what he can, but the question is, will OpTic jump in? Yes is the answer. OpTic want to win it here and now.
2 dead for both sides, though. This one should tick down. Someone should step out. We'll see. G1 stays in the hill. Is not over yet. Flashing at 0 seconds left. If anyone steps out, this game is over.
And OpTic are down 2 numbers as well. Everyone's stacking the hill. Look how close G1 are. Lucid's trying to make the flank. Formal will pick up one. Lucid picks up another, and that might be the end of this game. We're into sudden death here. When that pie chart disappears,
Triple!
we could be going into a reset.
Oh my God.
Trippy's in the hill.
Oh my God.
Off the back of the triple, and OpTic is still alive.
This should be it here. Time will tick down. They will get it in the most unbelievable fashion. OpTic Gaming will steal the game in double sudden death and win the grand finals here at the HCS NA Super.
Unbelievable from OpTic Gaming. Wow. What else can you say?